Good morning, everyone. Well, today we're back with 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And our sketch artist today is Susan Ingersoll, I think is how you pronounce it. And she has she's got like a, what is it? I think she's got a 5x7, it says here. And then she's got an 8x8 square. I might have made mine a little bit bigger. Maybe an 8.5 by an 8.5. And then she's got another frame over here. And then she's got 4 2.5 photos over here. I'm not going to do the photos here, but I will have the cascading things there. And anyway, I am using Carta Christmas Delivery, and it's like, I just love this. I was just thinking about putting that on there somewhere, but so cute. And the sketch is going to be super fun. It really works well for my photo. This is me and my husband. This was at his first Christmas party at the company that he worked at until he retired. And I actually have the journaling already done. And so I'm going to read you the journaling. It says, not on my Christmas list. It says, it was Howard's first company Christmas party, and it was truly magical. Photos were taken, a fine dinner, and many amazing gifts. They raffled off large, expensive gifts all night. Surely no one left empty-handed. All expensive items. Large screen TVs, computers, more things than I can mention. We were certain to win something. A foosball table was being raffled next. Before they can even call the ticket number, I knew in my spirit that foosball table would be going home with us. Yep. Now, we live in a ranch. We had 2 kids living here at the same time. There is no place for a foosball table. But we had one, I would say, for 4 years in our living room. So, yeah. And nobody would play with him because he was unbeatable. So it's like it pretty much just sat there. So, yeah, then finally one day we did put it on, I think the Facebook garage sale, or maybe we put it on eBay, and somebody who had foster children actually bought it, so that was really nice. Okay, so this is that picture, and I'll tell you, it was definitely a night to remember. And sometimes, I don't know, probably a lot of people, you know, have like intuition, like sometimes I just know things things that are gonna happen like a few minutes before they happen, and that was one of them. It's like, yep, sure enough, that's ours. I mean, I could have just walked right up there and picked it up because I knew we were going to bring that home because we had no place to put it. I don't know if that's the reason or if I just knew. Okay, so I decided I'm going to mat it. She does not have it matted, but with the things I know it's hard to see because it's almost the same color as my background. But I just loved this with the paper that I'm using, and so I just have to use it, so that's all there is to it. Okay, so when I obviously took this out because Carta paper is super heavy, when I cut this, because it was perfectly lined up, the squares, then I took a 1/4 inch from each side, because that way it kept it in its lined up position. That's what you call it. Okay, so I think that should do it right there. It looks straight. I will check and see, but usually if I guess it's straight enough. Yep, it's good. It's when I lay down the ruler first and then it's like, nope, it's always wrong. Okay. And so I'm using this Let's see, what's on the other side of that plaid? Oh, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. So, and then I have this snowflake, and I just thought, oh, you know, we're dressed in dark colors. I have on black. He has on black. It's just a different shade. And then he actually has on a navy tie. And so, anyhow, I just thought the black looked nice with our picture. Oh, and they had it matted on this gold. It's like they just did them right there. And then there was some kind of matting that I've cut off. But I like the gold, so I left that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this next. Okay, and I'm shooting for the middle because I think it looks like it's in the middle. Yes, it does. I'm gonna do this way. Whoops. Okay. So it's 1. and 3/4. Yes, it is. And about this much from the top. I think I can move down just a little bit. About centered. Okay. And also I decided I'd mat it on that same wood. And you know, I used to always scrapbook chronological, so I thought it'd be a lot of years before I scrapbooked this. But now it's like with 30 days of sketches, you just can't scrapbook chronological and have your, oh, what am I measuring here? And be able to scrapbook like what you want on for a layout. Okay, so this does go more towards one side, and I'm going to kind of guesstimate by one of my little presents I'm going to put here on the side. So I'm thinking right about there. Okay, so I'm going to put this here so I know where it's at. Okay, my daughter called, so I had to get it. Anyway, I did put the picture down. Up in this corner, there's supposed to be something tucked underneath here like a frame. I'm using one of the 3x4 cards. Is that what this is? Maybe it's 4x6. Yeah, it's 4x6 cards. That's what I was thinking. Okay, now since I'm going to say a whole bunch today. Guys, I'm going to take out a part of this because I've already glued or taped down past this, so I'm just gonna do this. See, and I said it one more time. Okay, so I can stick that right underneath here. And I think I want this little edge over here a little bit, so that should work good. Okay. You know, sometimes I'm just ready to put that tape on there, and it's like it doesn't matter how much I put on there in my mind. Okay, maybe about there. I think I'm going to have to stand up because I want to line it up with that plaid. Okay, it's almost right. Okay, that looks straight. I'm going at that. Okay. And in her picture, she does have, in her sketch, she does have a little something here. And then she wrote something here, it just says frame. But in my mind, I kept picturing something being here too. And when I get going, you'll see that I feel like I need something there. Okay, so I'm pretty much covering up this. So I'm going to bring in this little postcard. And this one just had such cute, like, delivery type things, like postcards and gifts and everything. You know, hence the Christmas delivery. And I'm gonna put this, well, maybe right about here, because I want to see a little bit of this, so it looks tucked behind also. So I'm gonna put that straight. And then I've got the postmark. And it's postmarked December 24th because, you know, it has to be delivered before time because, you know, there's no delivery on the 25th. Okay, and then I've got this postage stamp that says 25, so I'm going to put that on here. And I'm just sticking that right here. Okay, so I've got that in there. Now, in place of my photos here, I'm going to use little presents, and I think I'm going to start right here, and because I have them almost up to the top. And let's see if I can tape them. This one I would like to have another taper that's a little smaller. Okay, I guess I could just glue. Okay, I think about here is a good starting place. I'll just start gluing. Okay. I think I might want to put some dimensionals behind some of them. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to keep alternating them so they look like the little pictures that she had in the sketch. I am going to grab dimensionals and put them every few presents, and I think I'll just be putting them on the top. Because of the way that they're layered. So, off the big one, I don't need the big one. Okay, so I'm gonna put at least every so often so everything's not just straight or flat. I could have did the postmark too. Okay, and so in this one I'm gonna tilt this way again. There. And you know what? I think I'm going to pull this out and put a dimensionals behind there. So I've got a little dimension here and there. I keep putting it way over. Totally by accident. Okay. Whoa, I almost put it upside down. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we have another gift. I think I have them kind of laying in the direction I want them going. Okay, let's see here. Put one here, and here, maybe a smaller one in the middle. Because I'm just putting it at the top so they can continue to stick to each other. Oh, I wasn't going to do the next one. Well, I guess I'm going to do two and then skip one. Okay. See, I can't even follow my own rules. Just a rule breaker. Okay, so this way. I mean, I thought about doing everyone, so maybe that's why. Okay, and then this one here. Okay, and then I have this little black present. And maybe I'll do dimensionals on this one again. Just because it's a different size, it will make it stand out. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom. Yeah, one of the papers had presents all over it, and that's where I got all these presents. They weren't like a pack. I don't think I bought any of the packs to go with it. Okay, I just took them off that. Okay, there's that one. Okay, now I got a striped one. So I'll do this one. I'll glue it down. And this one I'll do with dimensionals. I love the houndstooth on the back of this too. It's kind of, when I bought it, I thought I'm gonna cut up those, all those packages, and then I get it and it's like, it's got that beautiful houndstooth on the back. But I did only cut up half of the sheet, and so I do have a half sheet of the houndstooth, which, you know, I love houndstooth. Little one. And then I have one little tiny green one here at the end, so I'm going to put a dimensional on that. Oh, I forgot. I still need to tilt it. Okay. So isn't that cute? I just love it. Okay. And then I am going to put my journaling down, and maybe I need to do that before I get to the title. And I had some printer paper that was acid free, and that's what I used for this. I was going to use the cardstock, but this seemed pretty heavy duty, so I thought I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Okay, I'm going to lay it down gently and make sure it's straight. Okay, it looks like it's straight to me. You know, it's not very often I get that journaling on right away. Okay, and I'm using Merry Christmas, and these, I'm not sure what the stickers were, because I don't think I have it. I don't think I put it in there, but I got them from Peachy Cheap. Okay, let's see here. I want this to be down on my journaling a little bit, so I'm going to start with that, because the letters kind of go wherever you put them. And let's see, this is going to be my, you know what, I do not have my frame glued down, or my mat I should say. Whoa, I'm going to stick some glue there real quick. It's got a mind of its own. Okay. I don't know if I'd glue that fast, but you know, if I didn't want it to, I'm sure it would. Okay. Okay, and the little dot for the I is actually in the T, because I went looking for it like, where'd the dot go? Then I realized it was in the T, so that made it easy. Okay, and then this I would say has to be about here. So there's Christmas, and I'm gonna put Mary right over Howard and Terry. Okay, I think maybe right here, so the I or the H is kind of stuck in the middle of this swirly Mary. So I think I need to start with that, Mary. Okay, I think like this. I'll tell you, I think these are so pretty just because you can have writing and they're gold, but they're kind of almost have a mind of their own. Oh, and you know what? I wanted that to tuck in. I think I might have to put the C for top of that. Gonna do that because if I was writing it, I would actually do that. Who knows? Okay, so I've got my title on there. I mean, I thought about just putting not on my Christmas list. Okay, so then we have this super cute postage or mailbox. So I had to use that. And whereabouts do I have that? Okay, it's somewhere in the midst of this. Okay, I'm gonna show a little bit of the red on that plaid. Okay. And then there's a stack of presents. And I think that's the only one I noticed. And I don't know if I think I've used this collection once before. Okay, so I'm gonna put this like in front of the mailbox, and I want to see that it says parcel post. So I think if I put it right here, and this says wish list, and that's why I put not on my Christmas list here. That's what made me think of it for my little title on my journaling. And I'm gonna stick that right across this last present, bottom present. And this one says Christmas tree delivery. And I'll tell you, if I had a little tiny foosball table, I would have it on here someplace. I would have had it in that little red truck, because that's probably what the husband brought it home in, because he used to have a little red truck. Actually, it was a big red truck. And I'm gonna put it, yeah, I think probably about here is good. Oh, maybe I want this up on dimensionals or Christmas list. I want something on dimensionals. I'm gonna start with this Christmas list, because that's kind of, my thoughts on it. This was not on my Christmas list. To have that in my living room. Kind of ruined my vintage flair I had going on, let me tell you. So funny. And it had to sit right in the window because that was the only place for it. And then I think we had it for 4 years, and then we sold it. I think I might have said these people that had some foster children bought it, so that was really special. Okay, and then I'm gonna stick this right underneath it, and I'm gonna kind of tuck it up underneath there a little bit. And I didn't even think about enamel dots. Oh, I forgot one other thing. Oh, I decided I wanted this little tag here, and I thought I'll put the date in it. And so I thought I'll write it ahead. It was not 2023, it was 2003. So, did have to fix that. Had to use a different one, and I didn't have one like the other one, so it's just the way it is. Okay, where's my smaller one? I'm gonna go ahead and put this up on dimensionals. And I had planned on putting it right here, right there by Merry Christmas, but I think I'm gonna put it right down here by my journaling. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna put that. I didn't pick out any enamel dots, but probably white would be the most noticeable. And I haven't used white for a while. At first, when I first started using enamel dots, that's pretty much what I wiped out all the time was white. Okay, let's see here. I think these ones look a little whiter, or these ones. I think these ones. Okay, so I'm just going to put them in my cluster. They kind of look like snowballs when you think of this being Christmas. Okay. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna put some kind of mixed in with the presents. Maybe the, oops, sometimes I have a hard time pulling them off of here. Okay, how about, oh, maybe a medium, a tiny, maybe another tiny. Another medium, and a couple more tinies where I'm just kind of putting them here and there. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, maybe I need one down here by my little tag, the date. Maybe a medium and a tiny. Okay, I think that's good. So that's it for today. And I'd like to thank Susan for this sketch. I love it. And again, I would have never have, I mean, it's just, you kind of get to where you have your own style and then you don't do anything else. And I just always love my layouts when I'm done. It's like, because they're just so much more imaginative than if I would have just used my everyday. So remember, down below there will be a place to just go see the still shots, and then there's another area where you can see everybody that's making YouTube videos. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Remember, if you liked it, to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.